Hi guys, it's Sid. I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to talk about the My Book of Bible Stories, even though I only have the Spanish version. Mi libro de historias bíblicas. Hey, pretty good, huh? So I just want to kind of look through it and talk about it and reminisce. I remember when I was a little kid, like 4 or 5 years old, looking at this book. My parents would read stories to me at night out of this book when I was really young, and Watchtower and Bible and Tract Society. Right there. Yep. Anyway, this book is very inappropriate for young children, I would say. It was kind of scary to me reading some of these stories. Here's the nice paradise that they always promised us we would get. We'd have our own lions and our own elephants right in our front yard, just like hanging out together, not killing each other somehow. It's such a fantasy world, right? And it can be yours, only if you do what we say. Yeah, look, murder. We were looking at murder when we were 5 years old. Like, how is that not going to scar a kid? It's kind of crazy, huh? There's the giants. I remember one time in this one congregation I was in Houston, I think it was the South Main congregation, they had us come up to the stage. It was me and a few other kids. And they're like, tell us, what is your favorite story? I think I picked Ruth and Naomi. Something like that. Here's the flood. Yeah, I remember as a kid seeing these animals, feeling bad for them. Like, why would God destroy the animals? They didn't do anything wrong. But, you know, whatever. Just seems so twisted. Then we have Abraham killing his son. That's real loving, huh? That's kind of scary for a kid, saying, if you don't behave, I'm going to kill you or something. Like, that's kind of traumatic for a kid to see and think about, even. That God said to kill the son. I used to like this picture because of all the colors. There's Joseph with his coat of many colors. This one is kind of a racy story. It's about a girl who's, I guess, seduced by this guy. Or is it rape or something? Grape? Sorry, grape. And these are like the modern day prostitutes, I guess. I don't know. Or quote unquote loose women. And she's in this pure white dress, getting ready to be corrupted. That talks about slavery, being imprisoned. Like, how inappropriate is that for a child? If you went to the library in the children's section and they had a book that was like that, I think it would most likely be banned out of the library because it's kind of disturbing. Here we have someone being beaten. Let's show these kids, you know, how it's done, right? There's the burning bush. There's the Pharaoh and the sticks, throwing down the sticks to eat the snakes, or turning into snakes, and then the snakes would eat each other. I was always fascinated by the Egyptian stuff in the book. I always found that to be interesting. I'm looking for that one where Jezebel, that one picture of Jezebel with all her makeup on, where is that at? It's very memorable. Tell me about your memories of this book. Did you remember reading this as a kid? I remember I even had the cassettes, and I would listen to them at night. Here we go. Here's Ruth and Naomi. I don't know why I thought that was a nice story. I guess because it's like an old woman, and this other woman helped her, who was a younger woman, and like was taking care of her and stuff. Samson and Delilah. David and Goliath. King David. There's Solomon and the baby. Now, see, that's pretty disturbing for a kid to see. They were going to cut the baby in half, and they actually show a picture of the baby getting ready to be cut in half. That really bothered me as a kid. Oh, there's that famous Jezebel picture. Wow. They really did a good job on the artwork on here. It looks like a Disney villain or something. Yeah, so I want to know your experiences with this book. Was it traumatizing for you as a kid? Did you find it to be interesting? Did you actually like looking at it? You know, because children's books are supposed to be enjoyable for the children, not terrifying like this. You know, it looks like Armageddon or something. Then it has paranormal activity in there, the handwriting on the wall. I always thought that was cool. David in the lion's pit. That was a miracle. Yeah, so anyway, I just thought it was cool. I wanted to talk about it a little bit and see what you guys think. Oh, that's Jesus being a badass right here, tossing over the tables. I always love that picture. That's so funny. Yeah, so just let me know what you think in the comments. Let's have a little discussion about this wild and crazy book. There's the infamous kiss of betrayal. And it's funny how all the men had beards, and we weren't, or you know, when I was in back in the day, they weren't allowed to grow beards. And now suddenly it's a thing and everybody's like growing their beards and stuff. There's the chosen ones, the earth angels, the 144,000, which is real, but not in this case. In a spiritual sense. Yeah. Anyway, so that's it. I just wanted to make a little video about this and tell me what you think. Do you remember this stuff, guys? My book of horror stories. Don't read it to your kids.